Hi everybody. This is going to be a video where I give you kind of the high points of what we're going to be talking about this semester, this 8 weeks. And if you are paying attention, you will notice that as I talk about the class, I make frequent and repeated reference to the fact that it is only 8 weeks. I will tell you why now. The semester being only 8 weeks for us, I have to get 16 weeks of work into 8 weeks. So that means that you will be doing 2 weeks worth of work every week. That is a lot. I want you to be aware of that going into this. And so I am going to be making reference to that quite a bit. Please keep that in mind. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to be doing. Oh, I have a bouncy icon. Hold on, please. Okay, here is how our website looks. This is the main page, and you will see there's a hello video right here. We also have over here on the left-hand side quite a lot of information. I have this broken down into weeks, and you will see that the very first thing up here at the very top, probably for you on your website, it's going to look a little different. You won't see anything underneath these two things. Underneath the welcome to class, course syllabus, and mandatory course enrollment activity, you won't see anything except for Unit 1, Unit 2, and Unit 3. That's all you'll see. That's because you probably have not yet taken that mandatory course enrollment activity. If you have not done that yet, please, for the love of all that's holy, get your butt over there and take that quiz now. There's nothing much to it. I will step you through it, but please make that a high priority. If you don't do it by a certain date, which is in the syllabus, I have to mark you as having never come to class. This will have repercussions for you with regards to your grades, with regards to your financial aid, enrollment abilities, you know, that sort of thing. So please pause the video and just go take the quiz. There's not much to it. Like I said, it's basically you saying, yes, I'm going to be here in the class. So this right here is our syllabus. This is the main page, welcome to class, and something very important here. Here's the announcements. This is where I'll go to post things that I need to get out to the class quickly, or if I, want to make sure that you guys know that, for instance, I've finished grading something or what have you. Here is some information about working within Moodle. I am still learning Moodle. I began using Moodle a long time ago when I taught at UNCC, and then UNCC moved away from Moodle and started using Canvas, and I'm most comfortable in Blackboard, but not a whole lot of people use Blackboard anymore. I use Brightspace at Central Piedmont, and so Moodle is something that I'm not super familiar with anymore. I'm still learning it, so please be patient. I will be patient, and keep that in mind as far as you're concerned as well, that most likely you are still learning Moodle too. So here is some information about what to do if you get stuck on something, with regards to technology. Now, if you have issues with technology, please feel free to let me know. I can't promise you that I'll be able to help you with it. I know English, I know grammar, I know that sort of thing, I know rhetoric. Not so skilled in the technology, but at least not troubleshooting and that sort of thing. If it becomes a real problem, the thing that I will say to you, if you come to me and you want me to help you fix something of a technological nature, I will say, let's schedule a time to meet online via Zoom or whatever, and we will need to look at what your screen is doing, and so it will be probably less involved for you to just go straight to IT. That's not to say that I don't want to help you. I do, but I'm just talking about expediencies here. So there's more information down here about the college and resources that are available to you as a student. Please take advantage of those. There's not many times in your life when you'll have access to free things, and there are a number of free things available. Well, they're not really free because you pay for your school, but we'll just consider them, you know, a part of your educational costs. You have access to mental health services, you have access to the library, to tutors, to just all kinds of stuff. So please make sure that you look over what's available to you as a student here. There's something called Upswing, which is online tutoring, and they will talk to you about your essay. They will help you out with your paper. There's a tutoring center on campus where you can do face-to-face or you can do virtual, either one. Here's some more college resources, academic advising. Here's the academic calendar. If you're not sure when, like, you know, exams are maybe, that's not helpful, is it? There we go. If you're not sure when exams are, if you're not sure when certain sessions are, you know, begin or end or whatever, when's Thanksgiving, that sort of thing, this is where you want to go to see that. So make sure you look this over. Additionally, the student handbook is here. There's information about student services and support, the rights and responsibilities that students have, your code of conduct, etc., etc. So please do look that over and be aware that it's there. Okay, so next thing, let's look at the mandatory course enrollment activity. Oh dear, I have not added the census date here. I will have to get that. Oh, the census date is the 21st of October. That is not a long time. You have until the 21st of October to take this quiz. And if you don't do so, if you do not complete the mandatory course enrollment activity, you will be reported as a no-show and will be removed from the course. Please don't let this happen. Now, the quiz itself is super simple and not difficult in the least. To be successful in this course, I know that I will have to actively participate in the course by completing activities such as assigned readings, watching videos, attending virtual sessions, and or completing assignments. By completing this mandatory course enrollment activity, I verify that I am the student enrolled in this course, completing all assignments, activities, and assessments, and the student who will receive the final grade for this course. And it goes on. This is not difficult stuff, and it's not time consuming. Usually it takes people roughly, 2 or 3 minutes to take it. So please go ahead and do that now. If at all possible, pause the video. I will be right here when you get back. Okay, I hope that you've done that. I'm going to go on now and pull up the syllabus. As you can see right here, we have the syllabus and calendar. It's all in one Word document. So if you click here, it's going to download that syllabus and calendar, and you will be able to open it up and see what's coming up. Okay, we are online and asynchronous. Asynchronous is a $5 word for we don't all meet at the same time. You can do this work in the middle of the night if you wake up and you have to, you have a crying baby that you have to console. Feel free to also do some work on the class. If you wake up in the middle of the night because you can't sleep, feel free to come and work on this stuff. It'll put you to sleep in no time. Here is the census date. Here is my email account right here. You can email me here and I will do my best to get back with you as soon as possible. I say within 1 business day, but sometimes I just can't do that due to the fact that I'm at so many different campuses and in the car for so long. I don't check my email while I'm in the car I am not crazy because I'm driving up and down 77. I would prefer not to die that way. So, do your best to be understanding about the email stuff. I will do my best to be understanding with you as well. Here's the catalog description. I'm not going to read all these things to you because I don't want this video to be super, super long. I know that students tend to not really want to watch a super long video, so I'm trying to keep this to a as short as possible. Here are some learning outcomes. Make sure that you look over this and also be aware of these 2 textbooks, one of which you already have. It is in the LMS. The other one you have to purchase, the Little Seagull Handbook. There's a quiz, at least one quiz, possibly more, that asks you to answer questions, and using that handbook, and then give the page number and section where you found the answer. So if you don't have that textbook, you need to get it. You should expect to spend 3 to 6 hours a week working on coursework. Personally, I think some of this stuff might take you longer than that, but it's, depends on how fast you write, how fast you read, how technologically savvy you are, that kind of thing. Everything's in the LMS, and my plan is that every week there will be a video where I say, okay, here's what we're doing this week. Here are the things that you need to get done. And I will give you information intended to help you more easily navigate these things. Here's the grading information. You'll have quizzes and journal entries. You'll have class assignments, weekly class assignments, and you'll have a final assessment. Here's the breakdown for the essays. Please do not use ChatGPT. Please do not plagiarize. We use at Mitchell, we use a software that finds that stuff and marks it as being plagiarized and not acceptable. So don't use these tools, because that's exactly what they are. They are indeed tools. Don't use them and then don't cite them. If you don't cite them, that's where the problem comes in. You can use them to do all manner of things, but don't claim the work of the AI as your own, because that's lying and stealing, which is not cool. This describes the different activities that we'll be doing: journal entries, quizzes, fairly straightforward stuff. I will deduct points if stuff is late. If essays are late, 10 points each day it's late, including weekends, and work will not be accepted after it is 5 calendar days late. I can be flexible with this because this class does move so incredibly fast, but I do want to stress, do not get behind. If you get behind, things are just going to start to fall apart for you real fast. Here's some instructions on how you should format your documents. They should be in MLA format wherever possible. If it's an informal assignment, like essentially doing an exercise from the Little Seagull book or what have you, don't worry about MLA. But if it's an essay, yeah, it needs to be an MLA. Your journal entries don't need to be MLA unless otherwise, unless I say so specifically. You want to make sure you submit in Word or PDF. So if you don't know how to translate your work from, say, Pages into Word, you need to find that out really quick. If you don't know how to translate your work from Google Docs into Word or PDF, then that's, you need to find that out. If you go and Google it, you can find it. It's not hard to do. But if you submit something that the LMS can't read, then it's going to get a 0. And we move so fast that a 0 in any instance is never a good thing. Here's the attendance policy, inclement weather. That doesn't so much apply to us, but just, it's here nonetheless. Please make sure that you do the MCEA by the date that it's due. If you don't do it in the amount of time that you're allotted to do it, then that means that I have to mark you as a no-show, and that's not a good thing for you. Withdrawal policy, the last day a student can withdraw from a course with a grade of W is at the 75% point in the course. That's on the academic calendar, which I showed you a little while ago. You want to make sure you take care of this. If you find that you can't finish the class, you need to act on this immediately, especially with regards to this class because it is so short. Don't engage in academic dishonesty. It's not hard to catch. I've been teaching since, since 2004. So I've been reading a lot of class papers. Just think, if I teach, 6 classes a semester, and there are 2 semesters every year. Sometimes I teach in the summer, sometimes I don't. Let's just say, do the math between 2004 and now. Some years I do teach more, some years I teach less, but that's a lot of reading. And by this point, I can tell pretty quickly when a paper has been is not original work. Let's put it that way. Please don't plagiarize. Please don't use AI. You might get away with it. You might definitely get away with it. You might be able to squeak through. I am not infallible, but you're just cheating yourself, and it's just not a good thing. Nobody likes a cheater. Okay, here's our schedule. I again make note of the fact that this is an 8-week class. It is a 16-week class that has been shrunk down into 8 weeks. I have to teach you the same amount of stuff in 8 weeks that I teach a regular class in 16 weeks. You are expected to do, therefore, 2 weeks of work from a regular semester in 1 week. Please be aware of that going in. So you're going to see things like this. This is what is due for this first week. In this first week, you need to do all of these things. Now, in a regular 16-week class, you would not be doing all of these things. You would not have multiple journal entries. You would not have, you would not have all this work in 1 week. This would be split between 2 weeks. But you have until October 20th to do all of these things. And then in week 2, we've got a number of things as well. You've got, a number of assignments here, journal entries. You've got a couple of journal entries. You've got a review for your first quiz. This is in week 2, okay? So please be aware your final draft is due there as well of your narrative essay. On Sunday night. Everything is due by Sunday night unless I mark it as otherwise, but usually it's going to be due Sunday by midnight. Week 3, again, that's when we get into the researched argumentative essay. Week 4, let's see. Yeah, week 4, you've got some assignment guidelines, you've got a number of journal entries, etc., etc. So you can see that as the weeks go on, there is quite a bit of stuff that's due. So by the time we get to the end of the semester, you will have finished all 3 units. Our final unit is one that's going to go super quick because it starts on week 7 and ends on week 8. This final unit is about reflective writing. So there's a video and information posted about this week. Review the assignment guidelines, etc., etc. And you'll be submitting your final work and, doing your final exam and that kind of thing, which is due by midnight on 12/13. So this is your syllabus and your calendar all in one place. And I will be moving on to the first week's work to review that in the next video.